Hi to all Gunners fans around the world. Hi to all football enthusiasts all around the world. You are most welcome to another episode of the Arsenal Alchemy. And today we are going to delve into the impact of our newest striker acquisition in Viktor Gyökeres. We want to know what impact he's going to have on the Premier League. Is it going to be the kind of impact that Erling Haaland had in 2002? So this is it's a very, very important topic because we have struggled over the recent future to get the EPL title over the line. We had two fantastic seasons and we battled it out with Manchester City. In both times we came second. We were agonizingly very close. Now the last season I'm not gonna say we were close, but we came second again. So we're the second best team in the league, and that was mainly due to the fact that the rest of the pack were really, really bad. Manchester City struggled. Chelsea they're trying to discover who they are, but they still came fourth. Manchester United and Tottenham were nowhere to be found last season, So that makes, and coupled with that, we had some really, really bad injury situation in Arsenal. I've never seen injury situation like that, and they were mostly long terms. So that impacted our performance. That impacted our league position in the Premier League. So now we're no longer talking about having Viktor Gyökeres. We have him now. I can authoritatively say we have our man. I am the most excited about getting this player, about signing this player. There was a lot of ditches along the road, but I think we finally got it done. In fact, this week there was some rumor was swirling around that Sporting CP have they've reneged on the agreement. They're saying we need to pay certain amounts for bonuses, for add-ons, and it was just so messy. But I'm glad that those rumors were debunked. We found out they weren't true. The truth is, even on Sporting Lisbon's their webpage, it's been written there. The whole details about this deal has been written. The guy is an Arsenal player. We got him for about £63.5 million, including add-ons. And it's like I said, this is what we've been clamoring for the past couple of years. In fact, we made some signing mistakes when we got people like Havertz from Chelsea for £65 million then. And we put him on about £280,000 every week. So that was part of the mistakes we made because we bought him that much. We deployed him to the striker role. And I wouldn't lie, he's done okay. He's a good player. He's very adaptable. He's strong. He gives his all to the club. He gives his all. You can actually see that this guy wants to really succeed in Arsenal. And we are happy about that, but we clamored for a proper number 9, a proper goal scorer. Now, Moving on to the topic of the day, you know, what impact do you think Viktor Gyökeres will make in this Arsenal team? Is it going to have the Erling Haaland impact? Erling Haaland came from Borussia Dortmund and was signed on to Manchester City, and immediately you would think he's been playing in that league all his life. Immediately this guy, you know, he sets the EPL alight. He was scoring goals like every week. Excuse me. In fact, I think the first season he had about 5 hat-tricks in his first season. You know, Haaland has 97 goals in 85 appearances for Manchester City. That is an absurd, that is an absurd statistic. This guy is going to be the fastest to hit the 100 goal mark in the EPL. He set all kind of records. You know, he was always determined. He played powerfully. He bullied defenders. You know, and he was such a complete striker. He used his head. He used both legs. You know, he was just a fantastic, fantastic player. So, our hope is that Gyökeres is gonna replicate that Erling Haaland form. People have been saying, "Oh, he's played in Portugal. It's a lesser league to the EPL." But my brother, if you watch the way this guy played, this guy didn't need services like that. I've seen him so many times. Take the ball from midfield, pull in a very powerful run, push his way through and score. He uses both legs. He's decent with his head. He has very good positioning acumen. You know, this guy, I feel, if you ask me, I feel his impact will be very close to the Erling Haaland impact. It might not match it, but it will be very, very close. People have been saying 20 goals a season. I'll be like, this guy is gonna hit about 25, 30 goals a season. If Mikel Merino could score 10, 11 goals as a makeshift striker, if Kai Havertz averages 15 goals as another makeshift striker, if Gabriel Jesus averages 10, 12 goals, why won't a natural number 9 hit 20, 25, 30 goals? I'm telling you, if this guy hits 15 goals, to me, it's going to be a flop. But the good thing about Arsenal is that we have so many scorers in the team. You know, we usually don't have a number 9 that scores 25, 30 goals. You know, barring Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, that was the last time we had a player like that. But now that we have this guy, I honestly think we're going to win the league. I don't care what Liverpool does. If they like, let them buy Isak, let them buy Ekitike, let them buy Florian Wirtz. I don't care what they want to buy. I don't care how they want to go this route. We, the Arsenal, are going to win the league. And Viktor Gyökeres is going to perform and deliver the title to us. He is going to deliver the title to us. I'm not mincing words. I am not mincing words. We now have the squad depth. We have the natural goal scorer. We have a natural goal scorer that, to me, is the best striker in the world. Yes, people will be like, "Oh, no, he's not." There is Alexander Isak. This guy has scored more goals than Isak, even for national team, and he has played less than Isak. He has played less games than Isak, and he has scored more goals than Isak. Club-wise, he has scored a lot of goals. Champions League, he has scored more goals than Isak. To me, he is the best player in the world. This guy is going to take on defenders. Before the defenders know it, the ball is at the back of the net. Before the keepers know it, the ball will be in the back of the net. This is our marquee signing. I didn't really care about the other signings. They were decent. Nogard is a very good player. I like that signing. Zubimendi remains something of a mystery. I am not the biggest fan of Zubimendi, but I hope I'm proved wrong. I hope when the season starts, Zubimendi will be, unplayable. He will play that number 6 role so well. We bought Madueke while it was a very unpopular signing, a signing from Chelsea again. We're going to back him. Hopefully he's going to do well and cover up for Saka. We still have players before all these players came. And we potentially could still get Eze. Potentially we could still get Eze. The Rodrigo deal, I think it was... I never thought that would happen. I never thought that deal would happen. But as soon as we bought Madueke, I knew the Rodrigo deal was over. It wasn't. I didn't want him anyway. We have more better players. We have good players in our team, and of course, the financial strain it will impact on us. So I think Gyökeres is going to replicate what Erling Haaland did from 2002, 2022, 2023 season. They won it all. They won a treble. They won the Champions League. They won everything. I think he's gonna. I think he will deliver either the title or the Champions League for us. Because when you look at this guy, you look at some of his interviews, you can see the fire in his eyes. You can see the determination. You can see he cannot wait to start to ball for us. You can see he wants to roll immediately. And that's what we want. He will be, all the other players will take, will see his attitude, and everybody's going to up their game. They are going to see the desire of this guy to score, his determination, his hustling to score goals. They are going to see it, and they are going to raise their own games. It will be one of our best seasons. Mark my words, I'm the one saying it on Arsenal Alchemy. We are going to win the league. I don't care about Liverpool. I am looking at my team. I'm looking at every single position in that team. Everybody has a backup that is equally as good. Of course, we just got Mosquera, Mosquera from Valencia. Fantastic player. There is squad depth. We are going to compete in all competitions this time. We are going to compete in all competition. Barring anything that is very unusual, this is Arsenal's league to win. And yes, I think he'll be close to replicating Erling Haaland. I think he's going to do. He's going to be the best signing Arsenal has ever had since Thierry Henry. Now, moving on, another very, very welcoming news, and that is the news about Ethan Nwaneri finally, putting pen to paper and signing a new contract. And he's an Arsenal player now. He's he has a professional contract, which will tie him down. I think it's we don't know the details, but I can imagine it's about 5 to 6 years. But I'm kind of feeling that this deal, because of the squad depth and competition everywhere, I'm feeling that Arsenal might loan Ethan Nwaneri to another club to gain, play time, to gain experience, to get better, a club he can play week in, week out. I think that would be the best thing to do, you know. So yes, Ethan Nwaneri is in the squad for the 2025-2026 EPL season with us, and I am so glad. Of course, we know he's a Hale End Academy player. He is one of our young stars. He's one of the shining light in the EPL at the moment. He's one of the young stars that will come with great potentials. I can't wait to see this guy fully mature and take on defenders. With that sweet left foot of his, very few defenders will hold him back. So I'm happy for that. I'm thrilled about that. And so with that, we go on to the next topic, and that is the transfer of Christian Mosquera. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really know this guy before we started talking about him. I had never heard about him. I don't watch Valencia like that, except when they play Real Madrid or Barcelona. So when we were linked to this guy, I was kind of skeptical about him. What's he gonna offer? But the guy, I watched this clip. This guy is mobile. This guy is quick. This guy is strong. He reads the game. He reads attackers. This guy, in fact, when I watched his stats, I was like, man. And he's just like, what? About 20, 21 years old? Youngster, you know? Now, with the rumor brewing that Real Madrid could come for William Saliba next season, I'm no longer shaken. If Saliba wants to leave, as much as it will hurt me, but with this guy, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine with Christian Mosquera. Fantastic player. He's due for his medicals. I think he's going to have his medicals on Friday alongside Viktor Gyökeres. Sorry, I forgot to add that. Viktor Gyökeres' medical is scheduled for Friday. Fantastic. I can't wait to see the reception this guy gets from the players, from the fans, from everybody, you know. So yes, Mosquera is our man. We got him for very cheaply too. We got him for about 18 million pounds, and there's no add-ons, you know. We've got him for about 18 million pounds, and he is gonna be an understudy to William Saliba. So, you know, like I said earlier, he's gonna add to the squad depth. He's gonna be a squad player. He's gonna relieve William Saliba at certain games, at certain points, because we played William Saliba to the ground last season. And moving on to something very interesting as well, that is the transfer of Eberechi Eze. So we know Arsenal has been linked to this guy. He's a signing that will, you know, excite many Arsenal fans, and he's a signing that will just, you know, confirm how good this transfer window eventually got to be. So I'm not sure we've put in any bid to Crystal Palace, but I think it's on the works. I think one or two things are being done. The only bad side of this is that a couple of other clubs are coming in for Eberechi Eze. So what this means is Crystal Palace, whom we're really hoping for a bidding war, will be very glad. And I don't think his buyout clause, which is 68 million pounds, I don't think it's going to change if a bidding war starts. If anything, it just might increase. So we heard Bayern Munich are seriously targeting Eberechi Eze. We know Bayern has been shopping for a left winger. They've been shopping, they've been, you know, going from one player to the truth is they've been linked to a lot of players. So they are said to be interested in Eberechi Eze. And also, like I said in my last post, Tottenham are also in the bid. They are also in the mix to sign Eberechi Eze. We know how their Morgan Gibbs White deal went. You know, we know that was a disaster. So they've shifted their focus to Eberechi Eze. Whether he will go to Tottenham, I don't really know. But moving on now, we talk about one of our journeyman players, that is Fabio Vieira. We're looking to move him on. And the good thing is that a couple of clubs are very interested in him. The most serious of the clubs is actually Parma. Parma they are even rumored to have put in a bid of £18 million for him, which was rejected. I don't know how true this is, but also Crystal Palace and Fulham are monitoring him and said, actually Fulham, Crystal Palace and West Ham, are all said to be monitoring his progress, monitoring his situation in Arsenal. You know, I like Fabio Vieira. He just isn't built for the Premier League. You know, he's a small guy, but technically gifted, but small. So when he played a few games he played in the EPL, you could see how midfielders and defenders bullied him, you know, and, you know, so he wasn't really built for the Premier League, you know. And so, yes, that will be mostly, that's it for today. I want to know what you feel about the initial topic about Gyökeres, his impact. What's his impact going to be? Like I said, I think his impact will be second to none. I think he's going to score goals. I think he's going to provide assists. I think he is going to win us the title. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And remember, if you like this video, please do like and subscribe to this video so we can give you better content. And and that is it for now. And that's goodbye.